I have a lot of dirty secrets. But this guy has a secret too. Scientific name is Doxocopa laure. But it has something to reveal for us. You see, if you hold this butterfly in a certain angle, it reveals brilliant blue iridescence. Wow! Doxocopa laure, the silver emperor, is a beautiful butterfly with a very large range. It is found in South America from Colombia to Brazil to Peru, to Central America and places such as Guatemala, Mexico, Nicaragua, and even more to the north in parts of North America, in states as Texas and Arizona, basically having small populations over the border of Mexico crossing into North America to Central to South America. It is even recorded in Peru as well. The habitat of this species are certainly forests, usually in lowland, in low altitudes around sea level, about 100 to 1000 meter elevation, although it can be found a little bit higher in some cases. Has also been associated with being in the foothills of large mountains such as the Peruvian Andes. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is the deep purple sheen, which is a form of iridescence that is seen on the hindwing and a part of the forewing of this butterfly. It is certainly a beautiful and exciting trait, but it serves more function than just being pretty to us humans. It is actually a form of communication and can only be seen when the butterfly is viewed at certain angles. Have you seen my video about purple emperor butterflies, Apertura? If not, go and watch it after this episode. But this is how it works. There are scales which are microscopic prismatic structures on the wing surface of the butterfly. Now these scales actually have ridges, but these ridges also have microscopic ridges on themselves called the lamella. Now what happens is full spectrum sunlight hits the scales. These microscopic ridges actually capture light of certain wavelengths and reflect it back, while the other light of the unwanted wavelength is basically absorbed. What this means is that, well, do you know how color works? Blue or red color is just light of a certain wavelength. And if you only reflect light of this desired wavelength and absorb the rest, that means you're only reflecting light of the certain color that you want to reflect. This is a form of optic interference and is known as structural coloration, which means that no pigments are involved. Instead, the color is determined by the microscopical morphological features of the surface, which is able to capture certain wavelengths and reflect them back while absorbing the undesired wavelength. This is a form of iridization. So why do they do this? Well, it's a mode of communication. First of all, it attracts females. The females of this species are very sensitive to this particular kind of light that is reflected off the surface of the wings of the males. They only respond to the certain wavelengths that the males reflect. Basically, it's a signal that allows the females to distinguish the males from the background. A unique light signal. In some cases, especially in territorial species, the light signal may also be something that helps them detect rival males. Of course, the beautiful blue sheen will attract females, but other males will notice it as well. Males have no interest in pairing with each other, but instead they will follow the color, which enables them to chase away a potential rival. Some territorial butterflies protect their territory, so detecting other males enables them to attack them. Insects don't only see the color of the light, but also the light polarization. Now this is some advanced physics, but many people think of light as oscillating photons. Now photons have the properties of both a wave and a particle. And the wave function of photons determines the property of light. Many people know that the wavelength determines the type of light, basically the color that is observed by the observer, but there's also another hidden property that light has, and that is polarization. You see, the oscillation of a photon isn't only determined by its wavelength, but also the way, its orientation in which it oscillates. There are several kinds of polarization, and when the light reflects off butterfly wings, in some cases it is polarized. And the females can distinguish between normal and polarized light, which enables them to detect males more efficiently. Doxocopa species have caterpillars that feed on types of hackberries from the genus Celtis, from the family of Ulmaceae. In fact, it's related to elm. Now, these caterpillars are basically deposited in the form of eggs on the fruit plant by the females, which seek out their specific host plants and then develop into butterflies. Also really fascinating about Doxocopa are not the adults, but also the pupa. Take a look at these beautiful cryptically formed pupa with superior camouflage. It almost looks like a shark with a fin. Another question that you may ask yourself is, why is this butterfly called the Silver Emperor? It is purple, it is orange, it is brown, it is white. Well, the answer isn't on top of the butterfly, but on the underside. Turns out that the underside of this butterfly's wings are actually shiny silver. And this is what people most commonly see when the butterfly is resting. Not always does it open the wings, and when it's sitting with its wings closed, you'll actually see a silver butterfly. My channel is completely demonetized and runs from donations for 100%. Consider subscribing to my Patreon or check the links in the descriptions to find ways to help, so I can grow my channel and show you bigger and more rare butterfly species in the future. Thank you, I hope you enjoyed this video, and goodbye. Thanks for watching.